started watching like exploring and people having like SUVs and shit like that off-road, and I was like, I kind of miss being off-road a little bit, so I think I'm gonna buy a 4Runner. Fucking expensive though, holy shit. Everything's expensive right now. That guy on douche hammered his truck a little bit. Guy used to have white, like 12 inches on the top, 12 inches from the bottom, and a sticker on the bottom that said, I can't see shit. And then he had a big spoiler on the back. I'm like, cool looking because it was all whited out, which I kind of like that look, but the tires stuck out like 8 inches from the truck on top of the fender flares, so it's like that was kind of stupid. Hey, how dare you drive faster than I am? Oh, so yeah, I was watching like off-roading. The wife's always like, I'm tired of not having any adventure. I'm like, me too. I'm like, shit, man. Every time I have some time to do something, I'm like, wow. Do you want to go get the van stuck somewhere? I've taken them some places. In the winter time, we'd go to some spots, and I'd be like, we've got these winter tires, no problem, man. It's gonna be after 8 hours of shoveling. No, it wasn't 8 hours of shoveling, but I did have to shovel out this whole hill that, well, it wasn't even really a hill. It was like a constant incline that we couldn't get the van back up, and the van's got like 280 horsepower, 7-speed automatic. It's a mover, that's for sure. I do love driving it on the highway because it rips, but it's not the greatest off-road. I should have got the all-wheel drive one. But the kids are at the point where they're like, yay and nay. They want to come, they don't want to come. We like to go out and like do like camping, tenting. And I kind of miss the off-road adventure life of seeing all the places. So I figure 4Runner, roof tent. I'm thinking Tacoma maybe too. If I could have a Tacoma with a canopy or a rack so I could have 2 roof tents. Now I'm putting a lot of weight on a Tacoma, I know, but I seen one where I'm like, I could have 2 roof tents. Because, you know, the kids are like, I don't want to sleep in tents. So I got to get them a sweet tent of some sort to keep them shut. Not that we don't have sweet tents or anything, but man, I got like 4 red lights today. Should be hauling more ass, I guess. But anyways, that's kind of... Last night I was watching stuff on YouTube and I was like, I want a 4Runner or Tacoma because really honestly I don't. Jeeps are too small and I'm not buying. I like Jeeps, but I don't like Jeeps. I don't like the new ones. And the old ones are too small for a family of 5. And the 4Runner comes with the 7 seating. Not that you can pack much in it once you put up the 7 seat, but you know I got one kid that doesn't want to sit with the other kids. So that's... But they're like 60 grand. And that's used with like 100,000 K. For like the Pro model. I don't want to limit it because I don't need something so flashy that I'm just going to go and scratch the shit out of in the bush. So we'll see. I've been looking on them. I told the wife, I'm like, we're going to go do stuff like this. I'm like, I need a change in my life and I want more adventure. She's like, yeah, me too. I'm like, okay, we're getting rid of the van, we're getting a 4Runner. She's like, okay. I'm like, that was easy. I'm like, can I get a new car too? She's like, no. Alright, to the shop, hook up, rig move today. If I haven't already said this, I don't know where I got off on a tangent anyway, talking about Monday. I lost my marbles and where I went. We're going from Rimbey, CWC yard, Iron Hand, used to be neighbors, and I don't remember what it was. It's changed names a few times, but the equipment stayed the same in the yard. And we're going out to Rimbey to, I think, the Medicine Lake Road. If the township I'm thinking of is right, it should be a built lease, so it should be good. we're coming out of a yard that's well built, and we're going to a lease that's new, so it should be well built as well. So we should be able to stay dry today. Yes, it's probably oil day today. Whoa, getting a CVIP on that one. It's warm. Damn it. sure all these people are really pleased. Not too far out of Rimbey here. Only like 5K turn, 3K turn, 2.7 turn. That's it. I was supposed to go back for a tub, and then that push on that end said, called. He's like, telling me he doesn't have to come back. I'm like, sweet. It's a tractor over here at old John Deere. For you tractor fans, farmers. Tractors like that. You don't see them very often, especially done up. I gotta go to Total's yard and see if I can handle an invert tank on my own. I think they're pretty short. If they haul them with their trailers, if someone hit the culvert, because they have like just enough. I think they got they're not even 40, they can't be 40 foot on the lower deck, because I always see them hauling their tanks overhanging quite a bit. So their tanks are 41, 42, sorry, 21, 22 each, and they haul their invert tanks. So that's what he said. He must have said it's 40 foot, right? I just told dispatch, I'm like, dude, 40 foot, as long as I don't have the light end and it's not full of fluid, should be no problem. They do 40 foot, well, I did 42 foot shacks with my road train truck, but I also had air override. So it's a little bit, not much. It'll be fine. We'll see. Now I'll have to tell them, I'll be like, oh, the only way I could do 40 foot stuff before is because I had the plasma sling that was only 20, I think it was 22 feet continuous. So it was pretty short, but it's great for light stuff, which I use it all the time for loading shacks. And it's like, the picker handle's like, the straight pull on that's pretty good. It's because you know how your cable sling comes at it. If I only had my hands free, come at an angle. Can you guys see that? It's super. Yeah. So your cable sling goes like that, and then when I had a 22 foot plasma, it was not like that. But I used it lots for all sorts of things. I even used it accidentally for a wheeler load because I didn't know how I went out to try low, I should be able to do anything, and then I hit the scales and I was like 38,000 on the try. I was like, whoa, this is kind of heavy. That was one of those god damn it, who were they? They're out of Didsbury AP tags. Oh, I can't remember. They're white with some yellow black skids, but they got the beefiest skids. We used to move them around for tack all the time too. It was 24 low all the time. But anyways, that was a different time. So we're just gonna go and stop by Total and suck in our winch line, and then we're gonna see if we can get that off the ground enough, you know, so we can see what's up, and then we'll take that out Wednesday, I think. Calgary? I'm like, Calgary? I'm like, where Calgary? I'm like, not only do I have to make sure I can spot it, I also got to make sure I'm not overhyped to get it to where it needs to go. It's pawn it off on me. I'm like, oh, give that to Cypress. He's got that tall trailer and he loves going to Calgary. But anyways, back to over there. We're not too far away. We're like, wow. There's an accident somewhere in between Rimbey And the 770 turnoff there, there's that 771, whatever, where I've been turning off anyways. So it was pretty dense fog this morning in this area, so honestly, someone had like a pretty serious accident, and it is shut down. So fatality. Let's see if I can find any info on that, because I like to know what's going on too, and I know you guys do too when you see that stuff. So I'll look it up and see. Obviously not good news for whoever it was. Like this morning, your parents or parent, or well, it's my, I was too early. Well, it could have been going to school too. Could have been kid going to school. No matter what happened, bad news. I don't like that stuff. To just think about it, it makes my heart sink just to be like, okay, this morning my wife went to go to work and now she's not coming home. Tough one. I always just pray it never happens. So anyways, back to total. Right at the turnoff there, the Medicine Lake. Looked over at the last minute on my way coming back out. I was like, oh, a loud horn or PA speaker. It's a lot more beat than I thought it was though. So I looked at it as it drove by. It's pretty trashed. Probably not savable. Who knows how old it is. No markings, so. Welcome to another episode of Ditch Pickers, where I comb the ditch and pick up stuff, mostly garbage. Orange flags, like, I've seen like 3 today, and I'm like, oh, those are probably the good ones too, and I want those. tell you when there's no wind. The lady was like, there's smoke coming out from this garbage can. I'm like, I thought I smelled something when I was getting the receipt. We should have just let it burn to the ground because the place fucking sucks. But I emptied the two squeegee buckets into the garbage can, and my what I had left of water, now I have to suffer with heartburn for the rest of the day. Fuck. Month end. 8,900 kilometers. Well, I must have missed 34 somewhere because it's like 8,934. How much fuel? 5,300 in frame. 5,328. And that's how many days? 19 days. 19 days this month. Seem to be right around that average. So I don't work a whole lot. Well within being legal. Home, Jeeves.